Middlesboro have gone 6 games without a win, and manager Gareth Southgate described his team's performance when losing 3-0 at Fulham last Saturday as unacceptable. Southgate has responded by making 3 changes. Andrew Taylor comes in at left-back, allowing Emmanuel Pogatetz to join Chris Riggott in the centre of defence. Gary O'Neill, who scored in the 1-1 draw at Everton, has recovered from a hamstring problem to occupy a midfield position, and Mido, the Egyptian international striker, restricted recently by groin and hamstring injuries, is recalled alongside Tunjai up front. Everton have had less time to prepare, with their game against Chelsea only played on Monday. Leon Osman's ankle was badly bruised following the foul that saw John Terry sent off in the goalless draw at Goodison, and he misses out along with Joseph Yobo, who's probably out until the new year after straining a hamstring. It means that 18-year-old Dan Gosling makes his Everton debut, and Leighton Baines is drafted in as a left-back. Gosling signed back in January from Plymouth Argyle in the Championship. Everton are still without Sahar, and with former Middlesbrough favourite Yakubu and James Vaughan likely to be missing for the rest of the season, David Moyes has no option but to continue with Tim Cahill as a striker. Everton hoping to strengthen when the January transfer window opens. There are 4 teenagers on the bench, 3 who've yet to make a Premier League debut. There is Dan Gosling, 18 years of age. Unused sub in 8 Premier League fixtures so far this season. He is set to make his Everton debut. He joined them back in January from Plymouth Argyle in the Championship. He made his Football League debut back in December 2006 when just 16. There's hardly been time to digest the Christmas turkey, but already attention has turned to the January sales, with Everton the first in the queue to pick up a striker maybe when the transfer window reopens next month and trading resumes. Middlesbrough might expect interest. Not a stampede of inquiries about their most sellable assets. Gareth Southgate has said the bargain hunters will be disappointed, but inevitably get Barry Horn. I think there will be some interest in the likes of Stuart Downing and Mido, and indeed the Turkish international Tunjai.
Absolutely, everybody's after strikers. Tunjai for me has had a fantastic season. Downing missed the consistency on the left. Clubs will be looking to take away, especially, we heard Sam Allardyce talking in the week about what a shortage of quality players there are about. So, those 2 definitely come into that category and will be much coveted. Tunjai, I think, in particular, will be a target of 1 or 2 clubs. He's playing really, really well for Middlesbrough this season.
Tunjai's managed just 1 goal at the Riverside this season, and that was in a 2-1 success against Stoke City back in August. And Middlesbrough looking for a big improvement. Gareth Southgate dismayed by their performance at Craven Cottage at the weekend.
Yeah, he must be puzzled really, because whenever I've seen Middlesbrough, they've always looked to have a good balance about the team. You can see that here today, right? Nice balance in midfield. They've got a full-back in today instead of a centre-back playing there. And they've played well in most of their games, but in too many games they have poor spells.
Pienaar driving forward. Here's Cahill. Fellaini in the middle. Strong challenge there by Ali Adair. Too strong.
Well, that's a feature that he's got into his game of late, working back. Ali Adair, and he's done it again here. And I'm not so sure that a few years ago that wouldn't have been allowed as a legitimate shoulder barge. Ball within playing distance. He's just stronger than his full-back there. Mike Riley saw differently though.
Nudged by Ali Adair. Arteta and Baines, the 2 over this free kick. Jagielka's gone forward. Lescott also in there. They're looking for Lescott. It's come to Pienaar, and Turnbull was fouled.
A little fortunate maybe. Good ball in from the left. Turnbull's made his mind up, he's coming for it. There was a lot of players in front of him. There was a blue shirt there was contact. Give the referee the benefit, and the goalkeeper the benefit of the doubt there, but he didn't look comfortable coming for that ball at any point, did he? He just sort of flapped at it and knocked it down into the danger area.
Stephen Pienaar scored Everton's winner when they were successful at White Hart Lane against Tottenham Hotspur. Ross Turnbull in goal for Middlesbrough for the majority of this season. Brad Jones actually started his first choice, played in the opening fixture against Tottenham at the Riverside. He was injured in the warm-up at Liverpool, and Turnbull took his chance and has kept his place.
Well, he was very brave, Gareth Southgate. He lost almost a fixture in the Middlesbrough team in his goalkeeper, and decided not to replace him. And the youngsters haven't let him down.
Here's Gosling, eager to make an impression and doing sufficient to win Everton a corner kick.
Drifting to the left-hand channel. He started the game wide on the right, Arteta inside him, but he is a player that likes to get forward from midfield.
Gosling making his Premier League debut here for Everton. Midfielder signed back in January from Plymouth Argyle. Lescott again poised on the edge of the Middlesbrough 6-yard area. Swept in by Arteta. And again Turnbull is struggling to get there and eventually is able to hold on, but Turnbull once more put under enormous pressure then.
And he looked as if he was struggling from the moment the ball went in the air. He's never in control of that situation. And Fellaini there really has made, that he had no need to go in there because Turnbull was struggling anyway. Lescott was the man that was initially in front of him, and they might have got away with that, Everton, if Fellaini hadn't just jumped in at the last second there.
Only 23, Ross Turnbull. He's been loaned out on numerous occasions by Middlesbrough to give him some experience, and he says it's done him the world of good as well. He's trying to negotiate a new contract presently, but he's been away to Cardiff and Brentford and Crewe and Darlington and Barnsley. He said it makes him appreciate the other side of football in England at the moment. Not as much pampering as there perhaps is in the Premier League.
Well, there's an argument that all up-and-coming players should have a little spell out. I know more and more top clubs are trying to get the players out, not just for that reason, of course, but to taste first-team proper competitive football, which is a world away sometimes from academy football, and you have to say, in many instances, reserve team football as well.
Here's Jagielka. Flag has stayed down. Fellaini is onside this time.
Yeah, he was. The ball was always too long before Fellaini timed his run better this time at Turnbull. Comfortable.
Fellaini joined Everton from Standard Liège after they won the title in Belgium for the first time in 25 years. Taylor hoping to get a second chance then. Here's Arca. Now Aliadier has the support of O'Neill. Helped away by Hibbert. On by Mido. Here's Tanjai. Shot has come away from Howard. First real opportunity, however, that Middlesbrough have had, and it's fallen to the Turkish international Tanjai.
Yeah, no surprise. Look, he's just in that hole. He's dropped off Mido on the space. Ball drops to him. He eventually gets the ball under control of the shot. Okay, it's never troubling Tim Howard, but it's on target, and that'll give Middlesbrough heart, because up to this point, it's Everton that have been asking all the questions.
Out by Riggett, looking for Tanjai. Whack on the head for Mikel Arteta.
I think Arteta's just jumped into Tunçay's arm there. He's underneath him, isn't he? There's big height difference there. Tunçay's already up. No intent there, and the referee quite rightly acknowledging that.
Mikel Arteta, the Spaniard who's been such a good signing for David Moyes. His fourth season with Everton, having joined them from Real Sociedad. It's come to Cahill, and now Pienaar thudded against the outside of the post. Chance from nothing then from Everton.
Yeah, Pienaar coming into that third position. He scored against Spurs from that position not long ago. Cahill not offside because he come off a Middlesbrough player. Great strike, difficult angle. If it had been on target, Turnbull might say that he would have saved it anyway. But that's an opportunity for Everton. Cahill involved, Pienaar involved.
Well, the threat is always there whenever David Moyes' team have a corner kick or a free kick like that. Lescott had pushed forward. Middlesbrough have struggled to deal with these set plays.
They struggled from the off, and the Turnbull got lucky a couple of times, I thought, with free kicks against him. Another free kick against Lescott, and as you say, that's all down to the delivery more often than not from Arteta.
Ali Adier. Cahill. Fellaini looking for Pina. They have just run out of play then. It will be a throw to Middlesbrough.
Great skill from Pina, though. Good first touch. Great feet in those tight positions.
Steven Pienaar in his second season with Everton, having joined them from Borussia Dortmund. Began in the Netherlands with Ajax of Amsterdam. Former teammate of Middlesbrough's Mida. It's Pienaar again who steps in to dispossess Downing. Harker.
It's another foul against Fellaini, all because he didn't get hold of it in the first place, and there's the yellow card. And he wonders why he's picking up these yellow cards, but we've seen already today, I think that's 5, possibly 6 fouls. And the referee ultimately has little option but say, okay, that's enough. And it's just these awkward, harmless fouls really. And that one there all came about because he didn't get to the ball early enough, and his first touch wasn't good enough.
Yellow card then for Marouane Fellaini, first that we've seen at the Riverside. His missed-time jump. Allowed the ball to run, and there might be problems here now for Middlesbrough. It's a real blast from Phil Neville.
Phil Neville claiming the keeper saved that. It was a good effort from the skipper, and if that would have gone in, questions would have been asked here about Arca's commitment to the cause. Oops, no thank you. Space in front of Neville. It's a decent strike, and it's actually, he's right, it's come off the defender, isn't it? There is a deflection there. And the Everton skipper's quite right, that should have been a corner. Not having the rub of the green at the moment, Everton.
Neville's shot going out off the shins of the Middlesbrough skipper Emmanuel Pogatetz. Best opportunities in this first half have fallen to Everton. The shot from Pienaar, which thudded against the outside of the post, and that effort by Phil Neville following the slip in midfield by the Argentine Julio Arca.
I think you've been a bit kind to him there. I think Everton dominate in terms of possession and territory as well. David Moyes will undoubtedly be the happier at the moment. Icing on the cake that's missing, knows the goal going in at half-time.
Everton's so impressive away from home this season. Middlesbrough have struggled at the Riverside. 9 goals in 9 games here so far. Downing. Here's Mido. O'Neill has made the run for him. Helped away by Lescott, but only as far as Downing. Will be a corner kick and no more. Middlesbrough looking for a handball there against Baines.
Same position, same player, same outcome. He just really has it's a great run, great vision from Mido. Baines just wants to stop the ball going in.
Out by Fellaini, it's O'Neill! Good save by Howard! And Gary O'Neill, who scored against Everton at Goodison Park, is frustrated by Howard. First time hit from Gary O'Neill and a splendid save by Howard.
Fantastic technique from the midfielder. Just moves to his left, he gets his foot round it, and Tim Howard there. Tony Hibbert in front, so that could have gone anywhere.
Now here's Pienaar picking out Gosling. Would have been a wonderful opportunity for the debutant had he been able to at least test Turnbull then.
Well, it was a wonderful opportunity, an absolutely gilt-edged opportunity for a player who sees this as his strength, stealing into the box onto this type of a pass, perfectly weighted from Pienaar, and that was where the problem was. First touch, but stuck under his feet, needed another touch, and then the angle had gone, and he'd had time to think about it. Should have done better there, the youngster. Great opportunity. Well, it's getting a bit fussy now, isn't it?
Don't often see Gareth Southgate upset, but even he was opening his palms up towards Mike Riley then to say just why.
Well, there's nothing in that. Arteta makes something of nothing, and for me, Gareth Southgate's right to be on right in front of the manager's nose.
Cahill being held, free kick now to Everton.
Well, he's been consistent. He's given a free kick just for every opportunity that he's been able to. Which one was it for? Was it for that one, or was it for the challenge? It's that one, I think. You can see Tim Cahill already going down to a degree there. There's contact. They come together, two strong lads. Rick's just trying to get across him. He's got hold of his arm. Cahill's taking the opportunity, and it's a good opportunity for Everton.
Everton minus attacking options just at the moment, but they're well blessed when it comes to taking free kicks in this position. Teta maybe, or Pienaar, or the left foot of Baines. Turnbull has position 5 in his defensive wall. 5 has now become 6. Cahill has joined the edge of the Middlesbrough defensive wall. It is Baines. Wall did its job.
Gave himself a lot to do there, letting Baines with that run up and the angle on the ball, cutting right across it. It was the very last man on that wall that got the touch on it.
In by Arteta. It's come to Lescott, and he eased it away from the goal.
Head in hands, Julian Lescott. Another good delivery, another touch on, and another Everton man finding himself free in front of goal and miskicked.
Middlesbrough struggling to cope with the corner kicks of Mikel Arteta in this first half. Julian Lescott perfectly placed then inside the 6-yard area.
They're struggling with the second ball as well, as much as the first one. Have a look at the space that Lescott gets in here. A bit of movement in front of the keeper, and look at that. How on earth is somebody who scored 8 Premier League goals last year allowed the freedom of the penalty area, the 6-yard box, and he just didn't move his feet quick enough to wrap his left foot around that and turn it home. Best chance of the game possibly, but Everton have had 2, 3, even 4 possibly really good chances. Pienaar, Gosling, Lescott a couple.
Everton certainly share the goals around. 9 different goal scorers this season, 3 of them for Julian Lescott. Lescott, as we've mentioned, scored 8 in the Premier League last season.
In many from, well, several of them from that position, you know, getting onto second balls in close range of the goal.
Dunja was looking for Downing, but Middlesbrough do have the throw-in. Cahill. Here's Arteta. Arteta was almost away from Arca. He has been shown a yellow card.
Well, he was away from Arca until Arca hooked him back by the collar of his shirt. Little option there for Mike Riley. Spanish midfielders away from him there.
Everton certainly had the better opportunities in the first half, one of the best, falling to Stephen Pienaar, who thudded the outside of Ross Turnbull's post. Middlesbrough goalkeeper did have 1 or 2 problems, but Everton blessed with a splendid save by Tim Howard to deny Gary O'Neill the only real chance that Middlesbrough have. Middlesbrough, don't forget, have managed just 9 goals at the Riverside this season, and at half-time it is Middlesbrough 0, Everton 0. Of the last 9 Premier League games between these two teams. Yakubu then with Middlesbrough and Mark Viduka with the goal scorers. Yakubu also had a penalty save by Tim Howard before Tim Cahill pulled a goal back for Everton. It's the 4th time they've met on a Boxing Day during the time of the Premier League. Everton with the better openings during the opening 45 minutes here at the Riverside in 2008.
I actually thought that one of the changes Gareth Southgate might be considering is taking Archer off. He's been very ineffective in there. Downing can play that role, of course.
On by Pina, here's Baines. Jumped to safety by Riggott.
And once again, it's Everton that make the first threatening move, really, the first team to get behind the opposition. And again, it's down the left, where they were so effective in the first half. And not for the first time, it's Riggott that's having to put the ball behind for a Mikel Arteta corner.
Lescott again going forward with Jagielka. Gosling inside the 6-yard area with Fellaini. It might come through to Cahill, and it has. Everton have taken the lead. Tim Cahill has got the goal. Had to work hard there to get the ball over the line.
Interestingly enough, this time Everton didn't have a man and a goalkeeper. David Moyes obviously thought, look, it's not worth it. Every time the ball goes in there, he's going to give a free kick. Leave the goalkeeper free, look. But this time it's the fantastic timing, athleticism and then persistence of Tim Cahill. And you can't say Everton don't deserve that. Good delivery, look at the run from Cahill. He checks, he's free, he's up. It's a great save initially, but then the persistence just forces it home. And it's been coming. It's been coming in sense of play down that left-hand side, and it's been coming in that Middlesbrough have not dealt with Mikel Arteta's corners from that side in particular. And once again, there's bodies free in there, and it's forced home to give Everton a deserved lead.
And there is a moment's respite for Middlesbrough.
Tunchal that is coming off, and there you go. That's what the crowd think of it. That's what you think of it, and I have to say that doesn't surprise me, unless he's injured and we don't know about it.
Middlesbrough supporters baffled by Gareth Southgate's decision.
If I was David Moyes, I'd be happy to see the back of him. And Alves, he's not really hit it off at Middlesbrough, has he? He's less of a threat to on what I've seen of him than Tunchal offers.
Tunchal clearly disappointed with the decision, has marched straight off down the tunnel. He hasn't joined the other Middlesbrough substitutes gathered just behind Gareth Southgate.
Well, it's a lonely place sometimes, isn't it? All eyes are on Gareth Southgate. Is that going to work for him? Not substitution.
Alves had a fantastic goal-scoring record in the Netherlands, averaging 30 goals a season in his last couple of years with Heerenveen. Arrived at the Riverside back in January. £12 million he cost Middlesbrough. Fellaini.
That's another half chance for Everton. Ball dropping for a half volley from Fellaini. Swung a lazy left leg, and really no conviction behind that attempt at all.
Gosling. Now Pina. Fellaini. Taking on Taylor and delivering the cross. He was looking for Cahill, and he might get a second chance. Gosling to blast over. He was at full stretch. That was a really awkward chance for the youngster.
Well, full stretch or not, that should be in the roof of the net. Fellaini getting the better of his man here, just a little touch. Riggott again it is, he's defending that near post brilliantly all afternoon, and yes, he is at full stretch. But the youngster's got a good touch on that. As it comes back across him on the far post, he's seen it all the way. Just can't quite get over it to steer it into the roof of the net. Another chance goes begging for Everton. And again, they've got bodies in the box from midfield. 1, 2, 3, 4, as well as Fellaini there.
Middlesbrough make their second change. Jeremy Aliadier is going off to be replaced by Adam Johnson. Johnson, one of those who was left out of the starting lineup after the defeat at Fulham.
I'm no surprise that Johnson's coming on. Fantastically talented left winger. A little surprised that again Southgate's taken off a potential match winner. Replaced him with a left footer. Really, it looks like Johnson's going to trot over to that right hand side.
Johnson, another one to emerge from the Middlesbrough academy, another of that team that won the FA Youth Cup and another England under-21 international. Middlesbrough not the resources or the funds of many clubs in the Premier League. Downing. Used away by Cahill. Cahill actually scored a couple of goals against Middlesbrough when he was with Sheffield United in their one season in the Premier League, including a 90th minute winner. Taylor with a throw. O'Neill steps in. Timo hasn't given up the chase. And his enthusiasm warmly applauded by the Everton supporters gathered behind Ross Turnbull's goal away to our right. Alves. McMahon. Now Johnson. Brilliant run this by the substitute. He's looking for a penalty. And it will be a yellow card. Well, Tim Howard charged out of his goal then. I wasn't sure if he thought that Mike Riley was awarding the penalty kick or whether he was just angry then at what Johnson had done.
Well, I think 29,000 people or so were in no doubt that he'd given a penalty. Tim Howard equally convinced it wasn't a penalty, but you know, have a look where the referee is and you can imagine and you can understand if he had given that. That was close. That was close, and that's what the young man can do. Okay, forget about the fact that he's dived and he's gone to ground. The run before that was electrifying.
Pina. Now Baines, always eager to get forward. Fellaini. In by Pina. Might come right the way through to Gosling.
Could have had a hat-trick.
Great save by Turnbull.
Could have had a hat-trick. Fantastic ball in again, but look at the time he's been given out there on the left. In behind the defence, full-back sleeping a little bit. I'm not even sure he knows Gosling's there. And Turnbull, brave, great reflexes, stands up and makes it difficult for Gosling. At that point he's got to score, but then well done the keeper. Pina this time with the ball in. Was quick enough to pounce on it. Good goalkeeping, and I think that's clash with the defender.
Minutes remaining, and Middlesbrough set to make their third and final substitution. They want to bring on the Dutch under-21 international midfielder Martin Nemes. McMahon. O'Neill. Now Taylor. By O'Neill. He's looking for Mido. Jagielka got there first.
The scoreline doesn't really tell the full story. I don't want to tempt fate, but you know, this almost qualifies as a chance for Middlesbrough the way the game's been for them. You know, a weak back header into Tim Howard's arms. I mean, the 1-0 scoreline just does not tell a story. Everton have been as comfortable as any away team you will see in the Premier League this season.
Middlesbrough have won just 5 games all season. Here's Fellaini. Rigger again to the rescue. Chris Riverdown, his 6th season with Middlesbrough, having joined them from Derby County. He hurt an ankle in the second half of the 1-1 draw at Goodison Park last month. Baines. He's able to get away from Johnson. Jagielka. Cahill offside. So third and final change for Gareth Southgate's team. Gary O'Neill, who's just come back from injury, is off, and he will be replaced now by Marvin Emnes.
Well, much more attack-minded player than O'Neill, obviously. It's just a question now of whether or not Everton can capitalise on their already superiority in that area of the park.
Just over 5 minutes remaining there. Everton leading by 1-0, scored by Tim Cahill early in the second half. Cahill's 4th goal of the Premier League season. Flag was raised for an offside then. Middlesbrough certainly got plenty of width now with Emnes down the left and Johnson down the right.
His first involvement, Emnes, just gone a fraction too early, hasn't he? A little reshuffle with Downing just slotting into central midfield.
Emnes, who was impressive for Sparta Rotterdam last season, managed 8 goals in the last 10 fixtures of last season. Pogatetz. Taylor looks for Mida. Mida with precious little support. Pina. Away from Riggett. Fellaini. Won back by McMahon.
All the time now, Everton are in Middlesbrough's half. And it's Middlesbrough that need the goal. Everton quite happy just to play there without particularly threatening Ross Turnbull or his goal, because when they're that end of the pitch, Middlesbrough can take nothing from this game. And 1 or 2 empty seats starting to appear around the ground now.
Everton have taken 19 points of a possible 26 away from home so far this season. Heading perhaps now for their 7th away win. Taylor loses out to Gosling, and Taylor rather petulantly holding on to Gosling's shirt then.
It's a yellow card. Well, he said, I think he said earlier, he can be pleased with his efforts, Dan Gosling, and I think you're right. All his performances lacked. There's a finish to one of those 3 chances that he had, and that's just lazy, isn't it? Gosling getting away from him, doesn't want to put the work in, so it's easy just to pull his shirt back. And I said earlier, this has been a very, very comfortable afternoon for Everton. Probably created 5 or 6 really good chances to Middlesbrough's 1, I would say. Survived the penalty scare, but by and large Everton fully deserving of what would presumably be a victory.
David Moore is doubtless delighted that Anichebe is on the bench. Here's Alves! What a chance! What a chance to level it! Mido with the flick on, and Alves couldn't take that when well placed.
Well, out of nothing, long ball, flick on. We saw his first touch let him down earlier, but this time, great first touch. He's got quick feet to get the half volley in, but it has to be so quick he's got to take that shot. He can't control it. Unlucky.
Further disappointment then for Middlesbrough and their supporters. Great opportunity for Gareth Southgate's team to get the equalising goal. Medio again with the header on. Alves. Teta gets a footing. McMahon. Looking for Johnson.
It'll be a nervy last 5 minutes for Everton. Because David Moyes knows at 1-0, as we've just seen, you're always vulnerable to that one chance.
Here's Arteta. Into the last minute of the 90.
Arteta quite happy to take the free kick there. He booked Taylor earlier, so therefore he's got to book the other full-back for the same offence. And that suits it, and that suits Everton.
Yellow card then for Tony McMahon.
Yeah, just skipping inside in there. Again, it's a lazy challenge. He's tired. Got a lot of work to do down that right-hand side. Everton have attacked consistently down there.
Baines tries to search out Cahill. It's an easy take for Turnbull. Harker. McMahon. Downing. Into stoppage time, and we're to have 4 extra minutes. 4 minutes then for Everton to hold out and to secure a 7th away win of the season. It's an extraordinary record that they've got. And doubtless David Moyes will be even more pleased that they've kept Middlesboro out, because defensively Everton have tightened up despite their attacking problems at the moment. No Yakubu, no Sahar, no Vaughan. Lichaby, who's on his way back, but who isn't being risked as yet, even though he's on the bench here.
Yeah, it's all pluses for David Moyes. Clean sheet, Lichaby not to be risked, and chances at the other end they've created almost at will.
On by Taylor.
It's not over yet, though.
Here's Downing playing very deep, having seen Middlesbrough make those substitutions. It's Johnson who's got the ability now to take on Baines. Middlesbrough have the free kick.
That's poor play from Baines. You know, it's 90 minutes plus into a game where every single bit of physical contact has resulted in a foul. He's going nowhere here. And look, he takes a chance, he's going absolutely nowhere, right under the nose of the linesman.
Everton then the specialists in scoring late goals in the Premier League.
No time for trick shots now. Just put a big side foot on that. And it's another opportunity. Tim Howard absolutely furious that Emily should be given that much space, that close to his goal.
Well, they've had their fresh air on Boxing Day afternoon, but they haven't been too impressed by Middlesbrough's performance here. Gareth Southgate looking for a response following the 3-0 defeat at Fulham on Saturday. The worry for Southgate and his team is that going into today's round of fixtures, they are just 2 points clear of the relegation zone.
Right on the edge of the relegation battle. I think the other worrying thing as well is it could have easily been 3-0 today, at home, in front of a very, very good crowd.
Driven forward by Downing. Helped away by Hibbert. Nearly fell to Meadow. Respite for Everton. It will be a free kick.
Thinking about making a substitution in the final seconds.
Clock is ticking down. Everton haven't got many alternatives on the bench, it has to be said. They will make a substitution just before the final whistle, if there is sufficient time. Might not be enough time. Is hovering. It'll be a major lift as well to see him back on after 2 games out with a back problem.
I think the substitution was prompted. I'm not sure that David Moyes thought one of his players might have had a little bit of an injury.
Clearly again offside.
Furious with that free kick, giving Middlesbrough one last opportunity to launch the ball long.
Has been a good Christmas week for David Moyes and Everton. Home draw against Chelsea, goalless draw after they won at Manchester City. Last minute goal then for Tim Cahill. They should win here now at the Riverside. Mike Riley's had another look at his watch. It is a 7th away win this season for Everton. Goals scored by Tim Cahill, his 4th in the Premier League. He's got a stop-gap job really in attack for Everton because of their many attacking problems. But Everton again very, very effective here. It's 7 games without a win for Gareth Southgate's Middlesbrough. They really are struggling. They're in danger of being dragged into the relegation zone. They have Manchester United away on Monday, but it's looking a lot better for Everton. They are picking up so many points away from home. They're not conceding any goals, and it just needs a moment, as it did here from Tim Cahill, to present them with yet another 3 away points. At the Riverside then it has finished. Middlesbrough 0, Everton 1. This incredible away form which you've got, the run just continues.
Well, let's hope it continues right to the end of the season. Players done a great job today. I thought they deserved their victory, played very well. I was just wondering whenever we were going to get the goal. We had opportunities and a few close calls, but not the goal.
Do you enjoy the role you've currently been given?
I just think it's great to play. You know, I tend to play an attacking role in midfield, and you know, you can be asked to play on the left or the right. And you know, at the minute now, I'm playing up there as a lone striker, supported by Felly and the lads. But it's just one of them things. As a player, you just want to play for the club, and you want to do as best as you can in that position.
Are you surprised by the way you've been able to cope with so many absentees?
No, I'm not really surprised, because I look at the players I've got and I know what they'll give me. Obviously, you never know when you're going to struggle. And at times today, I thought maybe, is it going to be this day where we don't get the goal and they might go up the pitch and nick one? It wouldn't have been deserved in my eyes if that had happened. But overall, you know, the players here go about their job. They do everything they can. Young Dan Gosling comes in today and has a terrific debut. And you know, Leighton Baines comes in and does terrifically well as well today. So all in all, you know, the players who come in and the players who are already in have done a great job. And
a climb up to 6th at the moment. It's looking good for the new year.
Yeah, well, it's good. This is a very busy period, and I suppose it's a great time to pick up points. 4 points in 2 games, and obviously a chance to get points against Sunderland, which is going to be a very hard game. But I just feel that now at the minute we go into the game, you know, happier than what you do coming off the back of a loss.
So Cahill with the decisive goal on 51 minutes for Everton, who win.